Welcome to Show Friday. This is a Yellow Belly Piebald. I am Robert Broncos from Round Talk Serpents. Let's have a look. So, in this week's episode, because it is the first episode of 2025, we are going to look back at all the holdbacks we kept from previous season, from the 2024 season. I think it's only a fitting way before we spear off into the future. So let's start off with this simple yet amazing animal. She is, all of the animals in this video will be ball pythons. I will only discuss ball pythons because I've only bred ball pythons last season. So this is a yellow belly piebald, and yellow belly piebald is nothing special. It's not hard to find, but what is hard to find, in my opinion, is a good quality yellow belly piebald. And what you see a lot is that the lower quality animals are easy to find and are relatively cheap or inexpensive. It's a nicer way to talk about animals, right? But the heart of the good quality yellow belly piebalds are harder to find or sold out already, and are quite expensive for the simplicity that they are. And what makes a good quality yellow belly piebald, in my opinion? Well, of course, the checkering of the saddles, right? That's a key mark on yellow belly piebalds, and I think some of the normal piebalds have a little bit of that, and I think that's where the confusion comes in. I think some of the normal piebalds are mistaken for yellow belly piebalds, and that's why they are not so good looking, because they're not actually yellow belly piebalds, just really nice looking piebalds. Also, the made up name for yellow belly piebald is pumpkin pie. That's because the oranges are boosted, and as you can see, they are. And what's really hard to see on camera, but is evidenced in real life, is that the blacks are jet black, something yellow belly does for all the combinations. So I really wanted a high quality yellow belly pied, and I produced one, so I kept it for making some really nice combinations of piebalds in the future. The last future didn't come out very strong. In the future. Okay, so this animal is, I think, but I'm not 100% sure on the genetics, NG Orange Dream Pastel Spectre. She might be spot nose as well, but I don't think so. The pattern should be more wild, I think. I think the craziness from this pattern comes from the combination of NG, Spectre and Orange Dream, I think. And then Pastel, of course, breaking it up a little bit and intensifying the yellows. She is in my holdback rack, but I'm not 100% sure yet if I'm going to keep her. I held her back because I have an NG Spectre female, and Super Spectres kind of intrigue me, right? I think there's a lot to be done with Super Spectres still. So I wanted a more complex female to replace her in the future, and she might be it, but I'm not sure yet, because she looks amazing, but she's not complex enough, I think, for the future. Last year I kept back a lot more simple females, because my trajectory, the destination that I was going to in the near future, was different. I was going to expand Round Talk Serpents and breed more animals. But now I took a step back and assessed the situation, and I think it's more sensible to find customers first, get sold out faster. And when that happens, when I'm sold out, but the next season hasn't started yet and the new babies aren't coming yet, I think that's a better time to expand. So now in my holdback racks, or sub-adult racks already, I have some, beautiful but not overly complex animals for the future that are going to replace some of the simple, proven females that are in the adult racks. So they are going to be upgraded, but not a whole lot. And I'm not quite sure yet if this animal will be an upgrade, enough of an upgrade for the NG Spectre female. But I guess you will see that in the future. So this is of course our banana piebald male from one of the previous episodes. He just shed it out, and his coloration look absolutely amazing. But you already know about him, so I'm not going to stand still on him for a long time. But check it out. So the next animal is a classic, but because he is a holdback, you can reckon he's not just a normal classic, right? He is a double-head VPI Axanthic Desert Ghost. I kept back 2 females as well. The clutch contained for 6 animals. And the pairing was VPI Axanthic to a Butter Desert Ghost. A very nice looking male Butter Desert Ghost. And she produced 6 tiny eggs, producing 6 tiny snakes, with a perfect split of 3 butters and 3 classics. I think I don't want butter in my Desert Ghost line, so I kept back all the classics, and the butters are in the to sell rack. But because they are tiny, they already have, I think, about 15 around 15 meals under the belt. You can see he's still tiny. They were very small, so I will give them some more time to grow up, and then after they reach, well, I think maybe 150 grams or so, I will be confident enough to put them up on Morph Market. But I held back the classics for the future. I also held back a male and 2 females. I don't think this will be the male I'll use, but I want to have a backup, because the plan is to buy a visual Desert Ghost VPI Axanthic, or at least a VPI Axanthic head for Desert Ghost, or the other way around, to produce my own double recessive females. But in case that animal is out of reach or unobtainable, I kept him back as well. I'm not going to show the 2 females because they look almost identical, and for the sake of time, not making this a video of 30 minutes. So, but you get the picture, right? I have 3 of those. Also, it's just a classic, but check out how reduced the alien heads are under the influence of the heads. And I know that's under the influence of the heads because all of them have that. Alright, so this is our NG Pinstripe Confusion. I think most of you already know him if you watch all my other videos. He had a full episode on him, why he's here and what we are going to do with it in the future, which I think it's promising. He just shed out, so he's extra nice. Enjoy it, if you want, of course. Okay, so this is the last animal for a reason. I think she is absolutely the best. I kept the best for last. What this is a pastel Mojave, blackhead, yellow belly, red jean, hypo. I didn't really plan on making this in one go. I was planning on making this without the pastel, actually, in 2 goes. I was going to make a very nice blackhead combination head for hypo, but it turns out that my blackhead male was head for hypo as well, and I bred into a super pastel hypo. So I actually got this animal in 1 go, and check that out, it's amazing. She was in shed, and I knew this video was coming up, so I was really hoping she shed it out in the night, and she did. So that's a little bonus treat, right? I will absolutely do a full video on her, showing her off, very nice. But just take a look. I really hope the hypo is coming through. As you can see, there's a number on it, 008009800. Cool, right? My dad pointed that out to me. I didn't notice it yet, but holy crap. So that's it. Those are all the holdbacks I kept. I really wanted to reduce the amount of holdbacks. This season I produced a lot of very stunning animals and had to decide not to keep them all, which is a pity, right? I think every breeder has that problem. You produce animals that are actually too nice to let go, but you can't keep them all, right? Sadly. Deep down our hearts we are also just hobbyists. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed. I'd like to thank you for your time and see you in next week's video when we talk about all the animals that we bought last season instead of breed and hold back. Bye.